In this video, I'm going to talk about blue light blocking glasses. They're at best just a plain old scam, and at worst, a total waste of money. Some of these glasses are $80 to $100. I'm going to break down the three main claims that people make around them. First one is that they improve sleep quality. The second one is that they filter out harmful blue light. And the third one is that there's less eye strain. So why is blue light relevant for sleep? First of all, short wavelengths perceived as blue color are the strongest synchronizing agent for the circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm needs some sort of external stimuli to calibrate itself, and blue light acts as that visual cue. There are three main factors that are important when it comes to synchronization. The first one is light spectrum composition, the second one is exposure timing, and the third one is intensity. So, how exactly does this work? In 1998, a new type of photoreceptor was discovered called retinal ganglion cells. They are incredibly sensitive to blue light and communicate directly with the brain. They can send signals directly to the SCN, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is the master clock of the brain. It's important to note that SCN doesn't just rely on visual blue light as an indicator, it also relies on other external stimuli like nutrition, social interactions, etc. So, of these retinal ganglion cells, RGCs, about 1% of these RGCs are called IP-RGCs, which means intrinsically photosensitive RGCs. They are also sometimes called a photoreceptive net. The important thing here is when they're exposed to bright continuous light, they can get depolarized slash activated. This is important because it allows for your body to measure ambient light intensity. Of these IP-RGCs, some are highly sensitive to specific light wavelengths, which is how they affect melatonin suppression. So basically, as you're awake throughout the day, there's a continuous amount of melatonin accumulation in the body, which creates a sort of sleep pressure for you to fall asleep. Exposure to blue light in the 460 nanometer range results in peak melatonin suppression. This effect is only relevant to blue light. You can have an equal photon density, but the color of the light is different, as in it's green light, and you'll only get half of the melatonin suppression. This means that these cells are highly sensitive to blue light. So basically, IPRGCs are super sensitive to blue light. They're also connected to the SCN, the master clock of the brain. And when blue light stimulates these cells, they result in melatonin suppression, which is responsible for creating a sleep pressure. From this, we know that light has an effect on melatonin and it can regulate it or dysregulate it. Just one night of 1000 lux, where lux is a unit of measurement for light, can reduce nighttime melatonin levels to the same as daytime melatonin levels. Age is also a crucial factor here. As people age, there's a change in their lens density and there's a decrease in the pupil size, which ultimately results in them being exposed to and detecting less blue light. This means that there's less melatonin suppression. This has been experimentally demonstrated where a group of older people were compared to younger people, and a reduced melatonin suppression was detected in the older group. What about living room lights? They are on average about 200 lux and they can also have a suppressive effect on melatonin levels. Now that you know the relationship between blue light and melatonin suppression and how it can affect your sleep, that's where these blue light blocking glasses come in. Mostly they're marketed as being able to block blue light from smartphones. But here's the thing. So, from what I could find about smartphone use and sleep, there is some sort of association between smartphone use and a disrupted circadian rhythm. Based on a few epidemiological studies, I've seen that there is a disruption in circadian rhythm in groups of people who use their phone in the evening. But this isn't the same as causation. There's multiple confounding factors here, such as what you're watching on your phone and not just the light. Which brings me into my second point. 1000 lux has been shown to disrupt your sleep, but the light emitted from your phones is only in the range of 25 to 50 lux. A systematic review by Lawrenson, Hull, and Downie had the following to say. In summary, the findings of this systematic review indicate that there is a lack of high quality clinical evidence for a beneficial effect of blue blocking spectacles in the general population to improve visual performance or sleep quality, alleviate eye fatigue, or conserve macular health. Basically, they're just useless. I also went down to the level of RCTs, randomized control trials, which are supposed to be the gold standard. I'll try linking both of them down below. The first thing that I noticed from these RCTs was that they usually had a lot of subjective reporting on behalf of the people in the study, which is not reliable at all. Secondly, there was no blinding done because you can immediately just tell which one is supposed to block the blue light just based on the lenses. I think one of them had objective results from an actiograph. So, of the two randomized control trials, Bigalke and colleagues showed that the subjective sleep scores improved. But when you looked at the actual objective results using the actiograph, only one of them improved, which was number of awakenings. But for objective number of awakenings to decrease, in that group, the total amount of time that they slept was also reduced. But for the group where the objective number of awakenings was reduced, their total sleep time was also reduced. I don't think that holds any merit. Chester and colleagues, they also reported similar findings. They were measuring four objective things, and only one of them improved total sleep time in the group that was using the blue light blocking glasses, and the other three factors didn't change at all. Now, when it comes to eye strain, I found a double masked randomized control trial by Singh and colleagues. They actually had a better study design where they were actually able to blind the participants, compared blue light blocking lenses and standard clear lenses, and they showed no alterations in symptoms of eye strain. When I started researching this, there were a lot of these claims that I just believed. If I wasn't trying to make a video, I wouldn't have gone in and read so many of these research articles where these classes just don't work. There's no evidence there. All of these health claims are just not it. So I was trying to understand, why are these classes so prevalent? The first thing is, people can just claim that they solve a problem. Compared to just normal regular classes, if they can make a vague health claim around improving sleep, then a lot more people will buy it. Secondly, there's not really an insane harmful effect from getting these glasses other than you losing out on 40, 50, $100 and thinking that these glasses actually work. And the last thing is, they're really cheap and easy to manufacture. I think that's part of the reason why you see them everywhere, is because marketers can just make this health claim with a really cheap, easy product that differentiates it, but doesn't really do that much harm and doesn't solve a problem. Thank you so much for watching. You can click there for another video that I did on metformin and its longevity benefits.